don't know how to start it. Hi guys. So my current role within Foster's Birmingham is that I'm the sales manager for the shop, which basically helps with the day-to-day running, which is for the carp, course and lure departments. I've been at the shop now for 15 years this year, since I was 16. I first started there when I was on work experience. At the time I'd just left school and I'd gone to college studying fishery management, and we had to have a work placement, which was, I think, was started for 1 day a week. And I went into the shop and sort of spoke to Richard Foster and to see if it was possible if I could do my work experience there. And that started off as a Wednesday, and then I'd got the 2 days off of the week, which was Thursday and Friday, and then the weekend. So basically I started doing my work experience on a Wednesday, and then it progressed to sort of working a few days a week, just sort of giving me a bit of money. And that was the general sort of helping with goods in. And then as I got older and things progressed, I moved up to where I am now. So I've been fishing since I was 5 years of age. I first got into it with my dad and my granddad, and they used to sort of take me everywhere, Saturdays and Sundays. My dad's a course fisherman, well, fishes a lot of matches, and basically we used to go on the rivers and to commercials and stuff when I was a youngster. And then it just sort of progressed really, and one of the commercials not far from where I lived had quite a famous carp lake on there, Molan's Mere, which some of the sort of Midlands, no Midlands people will know from the 80s. It was quite a sort of popular lake, and basically it started from there, the carp fishing, which is sort of my main love. There was a guy who now runs Linear Fisheries, Chris Blunt, and his mate Lee Robbins, and I was a young lad sort of running around the fishery and sort of mooching, and as you do, doing a bit of fishing, and they were carp fishing. And the one day I was sort of sitting with them, just like, 'cause I thought it was great really, just seeing these great big fish, actually catching these great big fish which you seen swimming around. And I caught a 17-pound ghost carp with them, and then that was it. Ever since that day I've just absolutely loved carp fishing. And that's been, now I've sort of been carp fishing since the age of 12, so quite a few years now. And yeah, it just progressed and to where I am now really. And I've done a lot of sort of lure fishing, which over the last few years obviously it's grown to be massive. So LRF fishing, just general street fishing, fishing across Europe. Yeah, that's been a real good thing. It's great because you take such minimal gear and you meet so many people along the way. What else? I've done a fair bit of barbel fishing over the years. I just generally love fishing, all types of fishing. But yeah, carp fishing for me has got to be the one, to be honest. It's probably my favourite type. Quite a difficult question this is, to be honest, because there's obviously, over the years I've been fortunate to fish a lot of places. Some are very, very, got to be quite privileged really to fish. Nash's Church Lake is just a phenomenal place. I've been fortunate to be invited up there quite a few times over the years. Caught a few fish, and just to see some, been fortunate to see some of the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life. I haven't caught them myself, but I've managed to be there with friends and experience that moment. So yeah, there, got to be one of them. And there's another little lake in, say little, it's 10 acres of lake in Essex that I'm quite fortunate to fish. It's only a 12-man syndicate, and the place is just magical. I've never fished anywhere like it. It's just gin clear, full of weed, and just full of absolute hippos. And the people I've met down there, made some real great friendships down there. So that place for me, as well as catching some real nice fish out there, it's quite a special place for me. Favourite time of year for me would probably have to be autumn. Basically the leaves are falling off the trees, everything's changing colour, just some of the sights you see. The banks are definitely a lot quieter, so The nights are drawing in, you just see far less people. The fish are a lot bigger. It's just an amazing time of year, really. Biggest achievement in angling would probably have to be, for me, would be my first English 30-pounder that I ever caught. That was, I think I was 15, fishing horseshoe, and I caught a 30-pound 2 linear from horseshoe. And to be honest, that has got to be one of my most memorable, favourite catches, really. And another achievement for me, it's not sort of angling related, but it is the biggest achievement I've ever had while I've been alive, really, was having my little boy sort of 12 weeks ago. It's just, for me, there hasn't been anything in my life that has been better. It's just been magical, really. The last sort of 12 weeks since he's been here, you sort of get up in the morning and you sit there and you think, yeah, man, that's my boy. And yeah, for me, that's probably the greatest achievement I've ever had in my life. Top 3 influential anglers to me. Number 1 would definitely have to be my dad, just because he put so much time in with me when I was younger. He used to take me fishing, literally took me all around the country. We used to go fishing Saturday and Sunday every week, come rain or shine. Like, yeah, my dad would have to be definitely number 1. Number 2 for me would be Jan Porter, just because he was just a generally nice guy, and his passion, and he just loved fishing, and he could fish for everything. He was a successful match angler, successful carp angler, lure angler, river angler. He was just, yeah, he was just a real great guy, and I was very fortunate to be friends with him. Number 3 for me really would have to be Alan Blair, just because the energy the guy's got is just phenomenal. I've fished with him, he just doesn't stop, and 1 minute he can be fishing for a potential British record, catch a 50-pounder, and then the next day he could go fishing and catch a 3-pound fish, and he'd have the same buzz for that. So yeah, Alan Blair would have to be number 3 for me. The thing I couldn't live without on the bank would have to be my friends. I've met so many good friends and met so many good people over the years and shared so many good memories. I don't think I could go fishing on my own all the time and not have that buzz, the excitement of sharing these moments with some absolute great people along the way. The fish I'd like to catch the most, dead or alive, I'd probably say the wood common from Spitfire Pool. That fish is just, he's colossal. It's just something else, to be honest. It's just the colours in it, it's scale perfect, and then white tips on its tail. Yeah, for me, the wood common would have to be the fish for me.